Hey there, Wargamers, Justin Paint here, and today, boom, we're going to check out some Inner Sphere battle armor. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're new here, please alpha strike that like and subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you having my back. Thank you for having my six. I appreciate you being an awesome lance mate, star mate, whatever the case may be. Thank you for tuning in to help support what I do. That said, today we're going to be getting into the new Inner Sphere Battle Armor Platoon here. I picked this one up off of Amazon. I guess I was one of the lucky 13 people, according to CGL, who got this when that store was not supposed to be selling that early. But I was desperate for some content here on YouTube. My Kickstarter pledge has not arrived. I do have this coming in the pledge, but this is a quick thing I could pick up and would allow me to make a video here on YouTube. Now, I know these were, I guess, leaked would be maybe the term, were leaked on Facebook when these hit Amazon early, and one of the guys that posted had got this and was taking pictures and showing people, and I figured what the hell, this would be good to pick up early. Not only is it quick content, but I can show you guys exactly what he was talking about in video format. And I totally forgot to bring my battle armor out there at home for the elementals for comparison. Maybe I'll try and cut in and have that those minis there at that time, because we have movie magic, right? But give you guys a side-by-side comparison of their other plastics versus these, and give you guys a pretty good idea of the quality. And at face value, they don't look as good as the elementals. Hopefully when I turn them around and open the boxes, I might have a different experience. I can tell you this, the information I got from some of the fellow CSO artists who have looked at the pictures of these and got access to preview miniatures, and by preview, sometimes being a CSO member, one of the perks is we can get 3D printed minis from the official CSO printer guy that allows us to get a hold of things before the plastics arrive, so we can paint things up for display, because you want pictures for the website, you want pictures for publication, you want promo stuff for the conventions, and sometimes the plastic injection minis are not done yet, so we get to have 3D printed stuff in lieu of that. That's one of the perks of being the artist. We don't get to print them at home. They have one guy that's dedicated to doing that, but one of the CSO artists in particular, when this kind of debacle came out, has 3D printed ones that he was painting up for some project for CSO. And again, 3D printed ones of the CGL models. They are official sculpts. He just got the prototype 3D prints instead of the plastic, and was basically saying that the 3D prints look far superior, which, considering it's what I do in my day job, we work with 3D printers a lot. It's a huge appreciable amount of what we do here at Death Ray Designs. I can see it, and I can understand why those look better than what these do. But that also is rough as a CSO artist if we're painting something that ends up looking better, not just because of the paint job, but like the actual details and sculpts look better on a printed model than the actual production one, which is rough. So we'll flip this around, we'll check out the minis, and hopefully have that side-by-side comparison with the elementals, and yeah, we'll get into this and check this out, and hopefully I won't be as disappointed, but at first glance, they're not looking super great. All right, so we have got our Inner Sphere battle armor here for you guys to check out. Obviously, we switched over to a different camera, but this will be from the hobby desk, and you guys will be able to check it out. So let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open and see what these guys look like. As always, I'll give you guys a peek at the box first, and then we'll check out the cards and the models. So there's the artwork in the background. Looks like we've got a Hatchet Man, and man, we got a little hover tank down there, and was it a Fenris right there? And I can't remember these two. That's a Cataphract, I think, here. And I can't remember this one and this one. Is that a quick draw, maybe? That one, I don't know. Artwork looks good. As always, wish that this was an insert you could slide out. Obviously, you can cut this up, save that if you wanted to, but that would be nice. So that said, I also want to say that this is a $30 box. Where you would normally get, you know, 4 to 5, maybe 6 mechs for $25 to $35, you are paying $30 for essentially 4 stands with 4 models. And I have this here so you guys can see a side-by-side comparison. That said, let's go ahead and get some cards going. So we have, this is the first time we've gotten battle armor cards, which is really nice. I'm not compared to the MUL yet, but this is what we got. Let's see if we have different variants. We do. So we've got, are these all the same? No. Okay, so we've got magnetic, so 2 magnetic, machine gun, laser. I don't know why we got 2 magnetic. I guess they're okay, they are, yeah, this is where things get crazy. I mean, The stats are the same. Pictures are different. But I guess that's technically a different entry. It's got anti-mech, care 4, K4, X-mech. The picture color is different. Whatever. So check these out. Size 1, TMM 1, 6J, 200. So nothing super fancy there. 14 points. Not terrible. Better options out there, but not terrible. Yeah, and I guess the X-mech ones can ride anything, and the mech ones need Omni to ride. Then we've got the IS, or the LRR, coming in at 1 point more, shifts 1 point of damage from medium to, or from short to medium. So get that. You got the IS standard machine gun, 100, same kind of thing. It's actually cheaper than that one, but 1 point less damage. This one is zeros. Like, why would you even take that? So this one's a 100, 1 TMM, 6J, AM, K4, mech, AM, K4, mech, same points, same TMM. I guess you give up 1 point of short range damage for a 50-50 shot at short or medium. Don't take that, it's garbage. This is where some of the stuff in the MUL is kind of wonky. Some of the battle armor are either great, and then other battle armor are just really bad, and it's hard to find stuff in the middle for the points, and some of these are just trash. So 100, anti-mech, carry 4 X-mech. So the X-mech is nice because it can ride on non-omnis. I think they take a penalty. I forget exactly what it is. It might be a slower movement or something. Don't see that come up too often. Then we've got the Flamer at 14 points. This one's not bad because it's got HT and the 1 damage. So at least you can get in and heat someone up. So nothing crazy there that you won't already be familiar with if you've been facing elementals. 13 points, 100, X-mech. So same kind of stuff. Actually, I guess these have 8 move. I just saw that. They got a little bit longer move. And then this one's got heat, less move. Does the other heat one have less move too? Yeah, so they give up 2 move to add the flavors, basically. So it is nice that we got cards, though. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, anyway. But we also got these other 4 cards, which are for Classic, and this is for the Battlefield support. And this was something new that I got to test at KarinskyCon a few years back. They're using Battlefield support instead of using a standard unit sheet for these. They're just giving you however the points are for taking your Battlefield support. They're just giving you a unit and telling you what they do. So it's a skill 6 and 5, and I'm not sure what the difference is there. But I believe they were just telling you, what to roll. So TMM, movement points, so 3J. I don't know what the 8 check would be for, but I think this was where they were basically just saying, like, here's your roll to hit, but if they get hit, they just start dying in droves. They did a new thing too. I'm sure we'll see it with the vehicles, hopefully, when they come in, with the Battlefield support cards where they didn't have a full bubble sheet, which was pretty nice. But I can't tell you, I don't know what Mechanized, Nimble, Spotter, Swarm does. I can just show you the cards. I assume this Battlefield support stuff, this rule is listed somewhere else in some other book somewhere. This box doesn't tell you where to find those rules, so if you are new, you don't know where to find those rules. It would be nice, especially something that can break down the anatomy of the card. What are these colors differences? Because I've seen red, yellow, green, bright emerald green, blue, teal, purple. Like, I don't know what any of these colors mean, if anything. And again, the anatomy of the card, the points, how this works, like, it'd be really nice if there was something in this box that tells you where to find that information. Yeah, at least with Alpha Strike, if you've got the book and these cards, that helps. These cards, and short of having a book or knowing where to get it, it's not going to help you, but this is fine. This coupled with the rule book gets you going in the MUL. This, maybe it's in Total War, maybe it's in the mech manual, I don't know. Because everything for Classic is spread out over so much stuff. That's one of the nice things with Alpha Strike. You just get a book and you're good to go. Whereas with Classic, I guess Total War has everything, so maybe Battlefield support cards are there, but I know that the way that they were doing the vehicles, I think, was a new change, so I didn't think these were listed there yet. And then, what was I going to say? I guess they wouldn't be in the mech manual, I wouldn't assume, because the mech manual, I think, is just battle mechs. So Total War would be my best guess, but again, when I did these, or played with these, the vehicle ones specifically at KarinskyCon, I think that those were previews of stuff that was coming, and we were kind of the guinea pigs. So, that said, let's go ahead and get into the minis. Got 4 minis here, and we'll show you the quality. I think they're all 4 the same. Yeah, so there's no reason for me to pull out sculpts here, but all four the same. And these have been getting criticized online because of the quality. Let me see if I can get a little tighter here. Yeah. So you can see how those look. And look, they feel very washed out. And then when you look at these look very clean. They're still small, but the details show up better. Like, look at the knee pads on this guy versus these guys. And these have the jump jet plumes. And, like, it's kind of, oops, sorry for the focus. My camera's really struggling to zoom in on these. Let me focus on the back, too, there. Yeah, it's just the elementals are hands down, in my opinion, better. These look washed out. They're super muddy and soft, which is, oops, sorry. Looking down at the models I'm talking. They're kind of soft, whereas these are kind of smooth, armor panel-wise. These are rounded, but crisp, if that makes sense. These are supposed to be very angular when you look at it like the picture of them, right? So you got rounded stuff, you have these hard angles, hard edges, some hard edges, but then when you look at the actual models, not super stellar relative to the elementals. And at $30 for that box, Jesus. Not trying to be super overly critical, but these are rather expensive for what they are and what they do on the table, especially when you're competing for a 4-man or 4-mech box. I mean, the Turkina is a clan mech, so it's in a 5-mech box, but you get the point. An Inner Sphere box set of similar number of models, but big ones, and you're paying for this. And while this is an official mini, there are so many 3D prints out there for way cheaper. Where I work at Death Ray Designs, we make lots of infantry that's good proxies and similar scale, and the detail level on those is probably going to be better than this without even trying. And the price point's going to be just not even close. Our infantry stands for standard infantry. I think it's maybe like $15 for 4 bases with 7 infantry. The battle armor, the closest we have, because we don't have an analog for this one, the closest we have is the elementals. Something similar to elementals are called silverbacks, and you get 5 stands in there and enough models to put 5 dudes per base, and I think it's under $20. It's like 15 or 18, something like that. I'll say 18 because that might be closer, but it might be a little less. But about half the price of this, and you get more models on there and better quality and details. So if you really want Inner Sphere battle armor, you can pick this up for the value. I think this is probably a bust. Models don't look that good. They're very expensive, and there's no reason this should be a $30 box. At least on Amazon, it was MSRP'd at $30. Maybe it'll MSRP for a different price when they hit general retail. I did not see a price on here. Yeah, so I don't see that. I guess we'd see, though I can see if it tells us where we need this. Battle support cards, off-strike cards, perfect, Battletech. Okay, yeah, all right. Doesn't tell you what book you need, so yeah. Record sheet, and tells you record sheets. Okay, that's cool, even though I guess if you want to play with the bigger stuff, I don't know. I wish there was a MSRP down here. I understand why they wouldn't in case they want the prices to go up or down, but yeah. And then again, looking here, the outline artwork looks really great, but the models aren't even close. And I'm aware that these are tiny, and I know people are probably typing in the comments already raging, but I work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, dealing with 3D prints for various companies that we manufacture for, including our own, and the detail levels on those 3D prints are better than these plastic injection, and we could argue that that's a limitation of the technology, but these are similar size and more detailed, more crisp, and have jet plumes, so there's no real excuse for that. So buyer beware on this one. When the rest of my Kickstarter comes in, because I bought this on Amazon early so I could put up a video on YouTube. When the rest of my stuff comes in, I'll put up videos. From what I have seen, because I've got one here, one of the early preview models I gave out at Adepticon last year, the vehicles are probably poised to be really, really good. Hopefully I don't run into any issues because this looks really crisp and nice. But these right here are definitely a bust, and at least my experience looking at these is similar to what I had already seen on Facebook. But I wanted to get them quickly, throw up a video, let you guys check it out. So there you go. And there you have it, guys. Hopefully that review was informative and gave you a pretty good idea of what to expect in your box of the Inner Sphere Battle Armor if you happen to pick one up. These MSRP'd, I think it was $30 that I paid for on Amazon, $29.99. Seems a little bit expensive for Battle Armor dudes. At that point, you might have been like, this is not competing, or it's not very competitive with even Ironwind Metals at that point. The plastic mechs being, it was like 4 dudes for $25 now, something like that. 5 dudes for 30, I think. Those heavily compete with Ironwinds at that price point because a mech you're looking at $15-ish. I think in metal, give or take between 12 and 20, so average 15, something like that. These are pretty particularly expensive at $30 for 4 of these little bros. I get why that might be because they're keeping standard pricing, but yeah, there might be some other options for you if you don't like the quality. If the price point for the normal minis that you're getting is rough, there may be some other options out there for you. There's no shortage of third-party options for combined arms stuff for Battletech, and especially from the 3D print side. But also, if you pick up some miniatures from Ironwinds, you might have some luck with some battle armor you like there. So that said, hopefully this is informative. Hopefully it gives you an idea of what to expect if you're a Kickstarter backer, and if you're on the fence about picking this up, maybe this helped give you some insight into what you see here. That's it. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice, and I will catch you guys next time. If you made it this far, you're probably a viewer that already hits that like button when you see a video come up. You're probably already a subscriber, and you probably jump into the comments down below to help support the channel, to help support that algorithm. But if you're looking for some other ways to help support the channel too, make sure you check the description down below. Maybe you want to pick up some paints from Monument Hobbies. That's my paint of choice. The Pro Acrylic line is chef's kiss, good stuff. Maybe you want to check out some of the offerings from Death Designs, where I work in my day job. We got plenty of 3D printed products, as well as MDF terrain, some of the stuff that I have designed myself and we play with here on the channel. And if you're looking to bolster your Battletech ranks, miniatures, and offerings, make sure you check out Bobby from Fortress Miniatures and Games. He's one of the main supporters of the channel as well, and supporting any of these companies helps support what I do and helps to ensure that I can continue to bring content to all of you. If you want to become a super supporter, I highly recommend you guys check out the Patreon. You guys get that extra little edge to help push more content out, and I really do appreciate that. And my ultimate goal on the channel is to continue to be able to not only put out the content we have now, but to get to a point where you can put out more content later, whether that be battle reports or painting tutorials or just more rambles, anything at all. I'd like to be doing more content for you. This is something that I enjoy. I like being able to cast a light into the darkness to bring a little bit of hobby positivity to all of you and make you feel good, and also enjoy playing games myself. As we do the final sign off here though, I do want to go ahead and switch on over and do the scroll of awesome to showcase all the Patreon supporters, the super supporters of the channel, to give them some recognition for helping support what I do. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys next time.